Hey, what's going on? My name's Luke. I'm an actor, bodybuilder, fitness business owner, and I wanted to have a chat about goals for 2022. Now, excuse this mic. I've ordered a new one. I'm just using my headphones for now because it's all I got. But deal with it. Go. I'll watch you leave. Or don't. Please stay. I need your views. That's a sad fact. Cool. Let's chat about goals. Now, the big thing is there's a lot of pressure at this time. There's a lot of stress. Everyone's asking what's going on for 2022. What are your goals? What are you doing? And it can be pretty easy to get caught up in that whole thing of I need to have everything figured out. So hopefully this is a practical guide to help you figure out what you're after and how you're going to get there. First thing is figuring out what goals to have. Bedros Keuilian is a business owner in the fitness space, and he owns Fit Body Bootcamp amongst a number of other different businesses. But he had this concept that's always stuck with me, and it's the idea that you should have 3 hobbies. One that makes you money, one that keeps you fit, and one that keeps you creative. And I couldn't sum it up any better than that. I think I've stuck to that for a while. Obviously, my fitness business has been my way to have a hobby that generates money. My acting has been a way to keep me creative, and the writing that comes alongside that. And the bodybuilding has kept me fit and active. And so it's actually been a very rewarding way to structure my life. And so I recommend going into the new year that you have goals in each of those categories. As an example of what I've got for next year, under my acting goals, I want to produce a short film that I'm writing or have written, and I want to be a paid actor in a feature film. In the fitness space, I've got lifts, strength goals that I want to hit, and for my fitness business, I have a certain number of clients that I want to hit and revenue goals. Having those goals mapped out makes it heaps easier for me to actually work out what I need to do next year, month by month, quarter by quarter. Now, if you don't know what those goals are, so many people don't, there's a few things I would say to you. One is try things. If you don't know what that hobby is going to be, try it. If you've never tried any kind of financial savings or investing or anything like that, give it a go. Look online and find something that works for you. In terms of fitness, try different classes. Find one that clicks with you. Essentially, you're looking for something that you enjoy doing and you lose track of time doing. As soon as you find one of each of those different aspects of life, in each of those categories, and it doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like something you can actually enjoy doing, I would 100% recommend diving straight into that and kind of investing more time and attention there. Try that pottery class, try that surfing lesson, try that marketing class, go to that networking group, try YouTube search, ways to invest in the stock market, whatever that might be. Find ways and avenues of expressing those different goals. Okay. One other thing that you can try is thinking about who you admire. A lot of who you admire will have similar characteristics with one another. For me, I didn't realize it till later, but in my teenage years, I always looked up to bodybuilders, actors, and business people. And funnily enough, once I pursued my intuition and just decided to give them a go, I loved them. And I think it's a very telltale sign, because I always respected those people because I always admired what they did, and secretly I always wanted to try it. So if you think of anyone that you admire or look up to, think of why you look up to them in that way, and that may be an indication of things that you may want to try as hobbies. Now, once you have those yearly goals, we need to break them down into monthly goals. So there's some things that are easy to do this with. For example, weight loss. If you're looking to lose 12 kilos a year, it's really easy to break that down to a kilo a month and just under 0.25 kilos a week. That's an easy weight loss goal. Same with savings. If you're looking to save $5,000 next year, that breaks down to, don't check my math on this one, $100 a week, okay? Roughly. So certain things like that are very easy and linear. For example, my acting goals are a little bit more challenging to break them down. But for example, for my acting, what I could say for my monthly goal would be, this month I want to go to 5 writers and get them to give feedback so I can provide my final draft ready to go to pre-production of that film. That's an example of how you can do that. And then for the following month, the goal could be something closer to finding people and finance to actually be able to get the film made. The way that you get the weekly goals is you figure out what the monthly goal is and you just divide it by 4. A fourth of the effort that it would require to take to get the monthly goal, you do in the week, and that's how you get there. Now, when it comes to what you do on a daily basis, this is the important part, because essentially people get sidetracked all the time. And the advice I give here is just picking 5 tasks. It's easy to get overwhelmed and to get swamped with all the things that you have to do in a day. Stick to 5 tasks and do those tasks very well. Execute them to a high standard, and you find the more wins you get of those 5 tasks per day, the more you will get towards your goals long term. Make sure that you calendar it. I need to calendar it, or it just does not get done. And then the last thing I would say is learn from people, whether that be a paid coach, YouTube videos, books, audiobooks, podcasts, whatever it is, right? For me, for acting, I've paid coaches for years and done classes for years to get to where I am. For my bodybuilding, I've paid a number of different bodybuilding coaches and paid for a number of different programs, and I've invested a lot of money into my bodybuilding and strength training. Exact same with business. I've spent a lot of money, a shitload of money on my business in terms of learning how to do the marketing, the sales, the training, all of that. I've sunk a lot of money into each of these things. Now, I'm not saying you have to. The beauty of paying for coaching is you have someone that can give you very direct feedback of what you're doing right or wrong, and you can very easily course correct. But the information's all out there, okay? So either find people in your area that have done it and talk to them and ask them what they've done, or find them online. There's so many YouTube videos of people who have done the thing you want to do. There's so many podcasts of people that have done the thing that you want to do. All I would say is make sure you're consuming that content. Learn, because there's no way I would have had the knowledge of what daily and weekly actions I need to take to make my long-term goals. It's great that you've got a dream and a vision, but without the ability to work out what steps need to be taken along the way to get you there, the sad factor is you'll just never make it, okay? And you won't achieve those goals in 2022 unless you know what the roadmap looks like. So I hope that helped. Any questions, flick me a line, leave me a comment. But I wish you guys all the best for your 2022 goal planning, okay? Take care.